Glenn Parker High Vibration Foundation. Thank you for joining me. Well, today on the agenda, and it's been a couple weeks since I've done a video, but I've been listening to quite a number of things and a lot of shifting over the last couple weeks. Feeling actually a lot better as well over the last couple weeks, and changing around the diet and how supplementation is done. So today, boys and girls, the topic is the Zeta Reticuli. Now, there's a lot of around this because there is the idea of them harvesting DNA and genetic material unwillingly and willingly. In this lifetime, it was not remembered that there was an agreement to be able to make the other hybrids for the 5 hybrid species. Bashar's race being one of those, and then you have Kidioki's race, which is the Pleiadian, and then you have the YahYel, which will be the first to visit, and they are also the ones that are flashing their ships, so to speak, like the Phoenix Lights and such, seen by thousands of people, and even people in high authority positions who have come, that were ex-Air Force, that have come forth on popular news media and saying, I have never seen anything like that. We don't have things that do what I'm seeing, or ships like that. So back to the Zeta Reticuli. So there's a new generation now reaching out. It's not the generation that was responsible for doing the harvesting. It is the one that has the new sense of emotionality now. One of Bashar's channeling said that when the Zetas, which are our parallel selves, and I wouldn't say a failed parallel reality, but definitely a different parallel reality that didn't quite turn out as what we wanted the experiment to turn out to be. And it's not good, it's not bad, it's just different. Now, they came to harvest, and it was under permission, based on a permission on a higher level. And, it wasn't always done because they didn't have emotions in the most sensitive way. Whatever poking, prodding, and probing was done to gain the genetic material. But when they did so, something happened during that process when they were reinforcing their own genetics, as they had gained, through the oversoul connection, a new sense of emotionality. And this was from one of Bashar's channelings, and which was unexpected, which is kind of cool because, we're infinite beings playing in this reality, and we have pretty good insight into what's going to happen. And boing, this is like, whoa. So this is the generation that has a new sense of emotionality, that is regenerating the emotional body and has a lot more sense of the emotional body. And they're reaching out to say, hey, we are what is alien to you, and we'd like to help be that bridge between where you are and, experiencing more of a 3rd density reality when you're truly in the 4th density, and to be kind of help usher you into, this new era. And it was an interesting video. I had a lot of sense of unconditional love during listening to this and to all the channelings from the Zeta Reticuli. I'm going to include in the description the link to Daniel Scranton's video, the one in particular that talks about some of what I'm talking about. But there's tons of other videos in there that have been being channeled, and the founders are in there as well, and there's just a lot of good stuff in there. So I think that's everything I wanted to share. I just wanted to do a brief video on that. I think that's important, and to release the fear from that idea of the Zeta Reticuli, and that in the reality that you can create now, that you don't need to have any negative things. Like in Bashar's race, they don't have weapons on their ships or anything of that sense, because they have enough command of their facilities and faculties to not manifest a reality that has any types of disruptions, like an idea called war or any type of conflict. And even this generation of Zeta Reticuli is starting to realize that, and is in that vibration and reaching out to try to usher us into more of that type of idea. So I thought that was interesting. I think that's kind of cool. And that's some good information that's out there. And there's so much information out there. So I think it's important just, if this feels exciting, to go and check it out. Thank you very much for joining. Again, Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation, coaching life, business, and spiritual. And, always happy to have a conversation to see if we're an energetic match. Also, always a ton of stuff going on down below in the description. I change those around, even though there's a billion videos that I've done out there. I do take the time, at least, every month or two, to go and refresh them all with updates. So there's always good stuff and pretty much current stuff going on down there. So thank you again very much for joining me. Love and light, and have a fantastic day.